Lippai, she is out on the go this morning. Jenelle, good morning.
Good morning. We have a very, very fun interview today, and joining me is Miriam, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the Female Entrepreneurs in Saskatchewan event coming up. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, can you give us a little bit of an overview of what this event is?
Yeah, so tomorrow we've got women coming from across the province to gather for the West Gala. So the 2025 West Gala is very special because it's the 30th anniversary. The uniqueness about the West Gala for us is the fact that normally throughout the year we are either giving business advising, trying to provide financing, bringing all the women together across the province through networking events. But tomorrow's special because we're celebrating them. So there are 6 awards that we'll be giving. These women come, like I said, from across the province. And we have 3 to 4 nominees on each category, and so the women that win, they're very, very, very proud. So it's all happening tomorrow.
Amazing, and so much to look forward to.
Yes.
And what kind of makes these different year to year?
Well, this one's especially different. So normally what we do is, there used to be just an old way of doing an event where it's just sit down, plated dinner, normally at a hotel, conference center, where this year we said, let's change this up a little bit. We alternate between Saskatoon and Regina being our provincial organization. This year we're hosting in Regina, and we're doing it at Darke Hall. And so we really started to tell the stories of the women who were being shortlisted in a format that almost was like a short film. And so we thought, what a cool way to actually showcase those stories than be at Darke Hall, have that type of a theater, backdrop to actually do the award ceremony, but then have that reception area just become a really elegant location for people to network. And we have, instead of little goodie bags that everyone goes home with, we're having a women's owned market. And so the women's owned market, women will be able to come in, they receive some tokens, they can shop for the product that they'd like to leave with.
Amazing, Miriam. This is so exciting, and we're going to talk a little bit more coming up here about tickets, how people can be a part of this. But of course, right now, we're all wrapped up, and we'll be back soon. Good morning. Well, I'm back with Miriam. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Female Entrepreneurs Gala coming up here. So, Miriam, thanks for being back with us.
This is a joy.
I'm so glad to hear that because we're also having so much fun. So we talked a little bit about tickets, where people can find out more information. Now let's talk a little bit about the community support that you guys receive for this and, what that importance means to you guys.
I think I will speak on behalf of many not-for-profits, even provincial not-for-profits, regional not-for-profits. Without community support, it's impossible to do what we do. So, I would say that even for WESC, it is imperative that we've got community support. Sometimes that is shown by our ambassadors in rural areas. So the ability to actually branch out and support the entire province is done by support in those communities. Or we look at other ecosystem partners. So we've got partners across the province that if we didn't have their support, it would elongate right now the time to close the gender entrepreneurship gap, which if we do absolutely nothing will take 180 years. So, when you actually look at progression, it's so imperative to have community support.
Incredible, so important. And over the years, how have you seen that community support increase?
Well, I think when you look at and even the conversation right now about the strength of the Canadian economy, when you look at the abilities to increase that impact, women entrepreneurs and the fact that there was such a late start and being half the population, it has been the area that a lot of organizations, whether or not it's financial institutions, not-for-profits, are looking at to actually go, how do we help our women owners actually, build their businesses? Because that will increase the economic impact in the country. So there's a lot of attention right now on women entrepreneurs.
Incredible. Absolutely. Well, Miriam, this is such good information. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for us at the moment, but we'll be back. All right, as we wrap up the morning here, Miriam and I are back, and we're going to talk a little bit about a very, very special week coming up. So tell me a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, so it's Women's Entrepreneurship Week this week. The Saskatchewan government, for the past few years, as we have approached our gala, has tried to raise awareness on the fact that we've got a long way to go to reach gender parity with the entrepreneurship world. So as we approach the 17th in our West Gala, we take the time to really celebrate the women that we serve. So if you follow on our social channels, we've been doing a lot of promoting of just the women that, are all across the province. And then we are really so excited on Saturday to showcase the women who have either grown their business, who have shown incredible resilience. We have a specific award for our Indigenous women entrepreneur, and then the cherry on top of the entire night is the Celebration of Achievement Award winner, which this year goes to Valerie Sleuth with Praxis Consulting. So we are very, very excited about what we're about to walk into tomorrow.
Amazing, and a ton of really exciting stuff ahead of you guys. And so, ahead of this event, what are you, hoping to see as a result from tomorrow?
Well, I think tomorrow, what we notice that happens tomorrow, because tomorrow is very different than what we do for the rest of the year. So, 364 days a year, we are trying to make sure that we are providing any type of support to any level of business, women-owned business across this province that they need. And so when we actually walk into a celebration mentality, it's very different. And I think that they need that ability to celebrate. So often entrepreneurs are either solopreneurs, so they're all by themselves, they kind of feel like they can be on an island, or women entrepreneurs sometimes just feel like they're a little more isolated. And so to have a day that is 100% there to just celebrate them, that's what truly is exceptional about the gala.
Absolutely, it is. And so for anybody interested, where can they go to find out more? Where can they get their hands on tickets?
Our brand new redesigned west.ca. So we just launched a brand new website with our 30th anniversary. So west.ca has all the information you need.
Amazing, Miriam. Well, thank you so much for being here with me this morning. This is so exciting. I'm very, very excited to see how it all turns out.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, that wraps things up for us here this morning. Have a great long weekend, and of course, we'll see you bright and early Tuesday morning.